Students, today in this video I'm going to start chapter number 15, Visualizing Solid Shapes. Here in the first we are going to discuss about plane figure, or you can say two-dimensional figures. Why it is known as two-dimensional figures? Because in these kind of figures don't have their heights, okay, or we can only touch it, we cannot hold it. Understand? What do you mean by touch or hold? Hold me suppose glass. You can hold the glass, but if I will tell you, uh, hold the surface of the paper, will you do that? You can hold the paper, but you cannot hold the surface of it. Okay, that's why it is known as two-dimensional figure. The figures which we can draw on a flat surface are called plane figure. The figures which we can draw on a flat surface like paper, table, chart, thermocol, etc. The figures have two dimensions. It contains only two dimensions, that is length and another one is breadth. Hence these are called two-dimensional shapes. That is why this is known as two-dimensional shapes. Okay. Now if we talk about the three-dimensional shapes, then what is the third dimension in it? Yeah, the third dimension is height. Now see, what kind of shapes are these? Triangle, square, circle, rectangle, etc. Now, solid figures. Three-dimension shapes are also known as solid figures. The figures which have three dimensions, that is length, breadth and as well as height, are called three-dimensional shape. They occupy some space. They also occupy some space like the ball, box, tube, etc. Here some kind of shapes are sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cuboids, etc. Here in three-dimensional shapes we need to study about the faces, edges and vertices. So as you can see in this figure, this structure, the part which I am shading is face. And what about edges? The lines. These lines are known as edges. You can see this line is edge. Now if we talk about the vertices, the points are known as vertices or vertex. Okay. So see, what are faces? All the flat surface of 3D figure are the faces of that shape. The faces of 3D shapes are made by the 2D shapes. 2D shapes means two-dimensional shapes. Like here you can see in this figure, this is the cuboid. What is this figure? This is cuboid. The cuboid is made up of rectangle. Okay, or some cuboids are made of with the combination of rectangle as well as square. Clear? Edges. The line segment where the faces of the 3D shapes meet with each other are the edges of that shape. The line segment where the faces of 3D shapes meet. You can see here in this picture, this rectangle, this rectangle, this rectangle. Okay, or you can say only this rectangle and this rectangle are meeting on this line. This is edge. Okay, where two faces are made, that line is known as edge. Okay, now vertices. The corners of the point where the edges meet with each other are the vertices of the 3D shape. The singular form of vertices is the vertex. Now see what are vertices they are telling. The common point of meeting point of three edges. Do you see? First line, second line and this is third line, and this is the common point. So this is the common point. Here you can see this common point is known as vertices, and the singular form of vertices is vertex. Now the number of faces, edges and vertices in some common 3D shapes. Here you can see cube. Cube contains 6 faces. You can hold any cubic surface. Okay, like you can take chalk box, or you can hold cuboid like your geometry box. Okay, some geometry box, not all kind of geometry box. And you can count the number of faces. Okay, like these squares, how many squares are there? So if you will count, then you will notice there are total 6 squares. Now one example I'm going to give you: dice or die. Okay, in die you have how many numbers? 6 numbers. Die in the sense ludo, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here we have 6 number in a piece of die. Okay, why? Because it contains only 6 faces. Now if you have 6 faces, then how many edges are there? You can count: 1 2 3 4. 4 for top and 4 for bottom. Okay, bottom is these edges: 1 2 3 4. Now what are about the remaining 4? Like this: 1 2 3, and last one is 4. 4 4 8 and 4 12. Now vertices, count the number of points you get here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 at that side. Okay, 8 vertices. Same thing you will have in cuboid. Now what about the cone? How many faces are there? It contains 2 faces, one flat faces and one curved face. This is the curved face, and the base one is of flat surface. How many edges are there? Edges in the sense you can say only one. Okay, and vertices is here we have only one vertex, which is this. Now sphere, one face, one edge, and no vertices. Cylinder, 3 faces. What are 3 faces? First, second, and that side here, third one. Edges, first edge and the second edge. Here the edges are the circumference. Okay, here edges are circumference of circle. Square pyramid. How many? This is square base pyramid, is also known as square pyramid. How many faces are there? See, 1 2 3 4. Okay, and the third one is 5. In square pyramid you will get only 5 faces. Okay, how many faces you will get? 5. Here it is not 6, it is 5. Now how many edges are there? 1 2 3, and that side 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, now how many vertices are there? Count number of vertices: 1 2 3 4, and that one is 5. 5 faces, 8 edges, and 5 vertices. Okay, now nets. So what do you mean by net? Badminton net, correct? No, net is the 3D 2D representation of any kind of 3D solids are known as net. I'm going to give you one example of it. Take any box. You can take matchbox. Okay, then open it. You will get that there is a 2D shape. Okay, some kind of rectangle you will see there. Then afterwards some points which is folded there you will get. So that is known as net. If we draw the structure of 2D form and fold it to make a 3D shape, then it is said to be the net of that figure. Different figures have a different type of nets. Some of the net I will show you later in this chapter. Okay, we can open 3D shape from its edge to get the net of that figure. Like you can see here, this is the cuboid. Okay, in which this is a net. Cuboid is also known as rectangular prism. So basically in 3D solid is of two types. One is prism and another one is pyramid. Okay, you will see the differences of between the prism and pyramid in next class, 8th class. Okay, in general, I'm telling you, in prism, you have congruent bases and top. Okay, you will have congruent base and top, whereas in pyramid, you will get a conical top. Okay, this is the only difference. And some more difference you will study in details in class 8. So, what you will see, it shows that this is the top. Okay, so top and this one is bottom. This is side, this is side, and this one is side. Think about matchbox. Okay, suppose this is a matchbox, and if you are going to open it, so this will be the top of the matchbox and this is the bottom of the matchbox where you will get the labels. Second, this is the side of the matchbox, first side and second side, from where you enlighten your matchstick, or you can say lighten your matchstick. Clear? Then third, boxes. Okay, from where after pushing it you will get the matchsticks. Okay, this is the container, or you can say box. Clear? So now in the next case you will see the net of pyramid. If you open a pyramid, this is a square based pyramid. What is it? Square based pyramid. You will see this is the base of the pyramid square, and remaining part are triangles. And how many triangles we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas if we talk about the cylinder, I already told you how to make cylinder from a rectangular sheet of paper. You just fold it. Okay, not fully fold. You can just touch their edges and you will get the shape of cylinder. Okay, and at the top and bottom of the cylinder, you will have? Circle. And what about the cone? To understand how you can draw cone, what you need to do? Just open your birthday cap. Okay, if you have a birthday cap, go and open it, you will get this kind of structure. Okay, and this you will not get because this is birthday cap is a hollow cone. Okay, if you place this bottom to cover this portion, then you will get a circle there. Clear? Drawing solid on a flat surface. 2D representation of 3D shapes. As you know that 3D shapes are the shapes which occupy some space, but we can draw the 3D shapes on the flat surface also by some techniques, that is called a visual illusion. Now you can see so many illusion on 3D shapes. Okay, you have seen the videos how they are making 3D drawings. Okay, in which you can see that the pencil is standing on the picture, but exactly it is not standing, it is made like this. So here we are going to study about two types of representation. One is oblique representation, which can be drawn on squared paper, and second one is isometric sketches, which you can draw in isometric paper. So what is the difference between isometric and square paper? This is square paper. In square paper you will get the dots like this in square shape. Okay, this is squared paper, and another kind of paper is squared dot paper. Okay, in squared dot paper you will not get these lines, you will get only the dots. And third one is, which I told you, is isometric paper. This is squared dot paper. Okay, and here in isometric square paper, in isometric paper, what you will see, you will get dots in form of triangles like this. Okay, now see oblique sketch. When we draw a shape in such a way that we are not able to see some of the faces of 3D shapes, and the size of the length is also not equal, but we are able to recognize that this is a cube, then this is called a oblique sketch. How we can draw cube? Basically, in general form, all of you know how to draw cube. How we are drawing? Well, drawing two squares, then we are drawing edges like this. Okay, yes or no? Like this we are drawing cube, yes or no? Obviously yes. Some of them are drawing like this. This is also a cube. So in squared paper, how you need to draw? So here what you can see in step 1, first we need to draw a square of a 2 on 2 grid sheet. This is 2 on 2 grid sheet, clear? Then you have to draw another square. How you can draw? Suppose the first square is here. Okay, in second square you need to leave one box. So it starts from here, so you have to leave one box and you have to start from here, from the bottom and from the side. Okay, do you notice? From here I leave one gap and from here I leave one box. Okay, as a result it goes over it. You can see here it is extended and here it is extended. Understand? Now afterward you need to join these vertices. These, after joining these vertices, you will get a perfect cube. Okay. Point to remember for the oblique sketch: the front and back faces are of the same size. The front and the back face are same size. See, the front and the back, they both should be of same size. How you can measure the sides? Count number of boxes: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be same. Then all the edges are appearing as the same length, but their measurements are different. All the edges, whatever the edges you are drawing, that should be of same length. Okay, but sometimes the measurement should be different. Based on this we have to draw isometric sketches. The isometric sheet is the sheet made up of dots which make the equilateral triangles. How it is made up of? It is made up of equilateral triangles. I already told you. You will get the dots like this. Okay. When we draw the shape of the isometric sheet with the measurement proportional to the original figure, then it is said to be isometric sketch. Clear? Visualizing solid object. When we see any 3D shapes from one side, then some of its parts are not visible to us. But then also we can assume that which shape it is. This is called visualization. One more time, visualization means how you have to see. Okay, suppose here you can see this object is lying on the table. Suppose this object is lying on the table. You can say this is the topward direction, this is side one, and this one is front. So basically how we can analyze the visualization: top part, side portion, and front portion. Three things we can see in any 3D shape: front, side, and top. We can see that the front, top, and side view of the above image is called different, and we cannot see some of its faces. Then also we can say that this figure is made up of 4 cubes. Viewing different sections of a solid. There are so many ways to see the different sections in 3D figures. When we cut any 3D objects horizontally or vertically, we get a 2D face of that figure. This is called cross section. This we have done by cutting and slicing. So here we can see that if you will slice a rectangular pyramid, okay, if you will slice a rectangular pyramid, so what figure you will get? You will get a triangle in it, vertical slice. Okay, this is horizontal slide. If you will draw, if you'll cut the horizontal slide, so what you will see, this portion will call another pyramid, and here the surface will be become flat. Okay, like you will have here trapeziums, 1 2 3 4 trapezium. In place of triangle, you will get the faces of trapezium. If we have, if we give a horizontal cut to a rectangle pyramid, then the cross section will be a rectangle in shape. If we cut in vertically, then we get the shape of triangle. Okay, viewing an object by its shadow. If we draw, if we throw the torchlight on 3D object, then we will get the shadow of that object on the plane in the form of 2D shape. The resultant shape depends upon the side of the object where we throw the light. As you can see there, this is the light source like a torch, bulb, etc. And here I placed a cylinder, and this is a screen. Your screen will be the wall uh, of your room. Okay, so place any object and throw light on it. So what kind of figure you will get, you will tell me. So it looks like an oval. Okay, if we throw the light of the cylinder in the circular side, we will get the image of a circle. And if we throw the light of cylinder when it is on standing position, then it will shadow like a rectangular shape. Try this at home. Okay, really will get fun on it. Take different objects and throw light on it and see what kind of object you are getting. Either you are getting oval, rectangle, square, line, etc. Viewing from different angles to get different views. All the 3D objects have a different view if we see them from the different sides. By seeing them from different angles, we can observe them easily. Okay, I already told you about the view of an object. So basically, we are watching from the top, either side or the front. Okay, only three things we can observe. So you can see that when we see the top portion, so this will become like this L. Yes or no? Imagine 1 2 3, 1 2 3. It'll become L. And if you will see this figure from the front, this is the front view. So 1 2 3 4, it will look like this. Whereas if you will see from the side, 1 2 3, it will looks like U. Okay, like this we have different perspectives, and from the different perspectives we are getting different figures. In the above figure, we will have a different top view, front view, and side view, but we get the information about the shape of the figure by observing them. So, exercise 15.1, 15.2, I will do tomorrow. Till that, you have to read this and write the notes in your copies. All these points are very important to you. Okay, before starting any chapter, you must go through the introduction part. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.